Shalom. First, I start off by giving all glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakdash. Double honors to teachers, elders, and apostles of Great Millstone. Likewise, brothers putting out this truth. Faithfully, fearlessly feeding the sheep into brothers and sisters. Tony and Shalom. Today's essence title: Desire not to share your reward with your enemies. Okay, and the chief enemies of the children of Israel is none other than Esau the Edomite, the so-called white man. Now, lately, you have many Hebrew Israelite camps, they could have been compromised, by Esau, the enemy, to speak words that are unsettling to the ear of the righteous. Now, they want to gather all the other nations, and specifically Esau, the Edomite, the so-called white man, and basically hand their reward to him. Now you can see in this picture here, this is a dramatization. This Jake is holding a crown and what is a mini kingdom in his hand. Basically, he's handing his reward to the enemy, Esau. After all that this man has done: murder, rape, kill, pillage. And the most daunting thing about Jake is he's now concerned about the other 16 nations, the other 16 tribes. In fact, he's not even concerned about other members of his own tribe. These individuals are self-centered and selfish and have no regards that Yahweh, the Most High, love us that much that he sacrificed his only son for us to have everlasting life. And they just pissed on it. Let's go into the book of Proverbs 1 and start in verse 20, and it reads, "Wisdom cried without, she uttered her words in the streets. She cried in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gate in the city. She uttered her words, saying, How long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge." How many channels have to be taken down, Jake? How many strikes? If I was to actually do this video the way I really want to do it, with the pictures and the videos of Esau hanging Jakes from trees, lynching us, beating us, backbreaking us, all these things, this video would never make the light of day. They would take it down like they've taken all the other ones. Give me a strike or a warning. You see, brother channels are being taken down now because of this truth. Here you are, man, going out there on the highway and the byway, rain, sunshine, snow, sleet, tired, energetic, doesn't matter, obeying the command from the Mashiach to feed his sheep. And all you man can do is ponder to your enemy. You don't remember what Esau said pursuant to Genesis 27:41, where he's going to slay his brother at some point in time. Okay, his brother Jacob, which is the 12th tribe of Israel. You forgot, okay, that the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, told him in Ezekiel 35:5, okay, that he would have blood pursue him because he shed the blood of the children of Israel. And you forgot about Obadiah 1 and 10, where Esau is going to get that judgment because he has a perpetual hatred. A perpetual hatred. Okay, he's going to suffer. Most grievous is the fact that these guys, they know about Deuteronomy 28. They preach it all the time. Okay, when you go from verse 16 to 68, which talks about us being stripped of our royalty, identity, being scattered across the globe, and being put into slavery, okay, and under perpetual oppression. They preach about that while they're holding a picture of Caesar Borgia and calling on the name of the enemy's idol God who has no power. Okay? This is the book of Matthew 5 and starting with verse 2, because they neglect these things. And it reads, "And he opened his mouth and taught them, saying, Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted." Why are we mourning? We are the ones that's mourning. You don't hear these other nations mourning. Yeah, now they're mourning now because, the wicked is in rulership, and, they're losing their delicacies, that they were used to. Okay, these are other dog tribes, but they're not mourning like the righteous. We're mourning, okay, because we've been under constant brutality of this man. It says, "Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth." That's us. We're the meek. Esau is not meek. What's meek about this man? Nothing. Nothing is meek about him. Let's go into the book of Jeremiah 49 and verse 12. The book of Jeremiah 49 and verse 12, it reads, "For thus said the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai, Behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of that cup have surely drunken, and that thou he that shall altogether go unpunished. Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it." So the Lord already decreed that Esau is going to be slave. He's going to be a slave. The elder should serve the younger. We're the younger, Esau is the elder. So again, there should never be a mindset that you're going to share your inheritance, your kingdom, your reward with the enemy. Why would you think that way? Why would you think that way? When you go into the book of Luke 16, verse 20 to 26, it talk about the Lazarus and the rich man, and how the rich man, he had all the wonderful things in life, and Lazarus didn't have anything. And yet still, the rich man had the gall to ask that Lazarus come and ease his burden, or to show mercy on him. And what was the answer given to him? In fact, let's go and let's read that part. It says, "But Abraham said, Son, remember that thou in thy lifetime receivest thy good things, and likewise Lazarus evil things. But now he is comforted, and thou art tormented." And for those of you who don't know, Lazarus represents the 12 tribe of Israel, so-called blacks, Native Americans, and Latinos, who you see being oppressed right now as we speak. And the rich man represents Esau. You see that? So you can see that we had gotten that inheritance, okay, and at that point, in the time to come, our enemy Esau, the Edomite, so-called white man, he is going to get judgment. Heavy, heavy judgment. Isaiah 14 and 2, and it reads, "And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressor." We're going to rule over our oppressor. Just like Jeremiah 49 and 12 speaks about us, who wasn't supposed to get the judgment of slavery and all the things that we got from Esau. Well, Esau is going to get it. He's going to be our slave. Okay? As a matter of fact, let's go into Revelation 2 and 10. Because these men, they don't want to, they have such a slavery mentality. Okay? This Revelation 2 and 10, it reads, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that you may be tried, and you shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life." So why in the hell would you hand your crown over to this doggone devil, Jake? Why? Why would you do that? Okay? There's also a reward that comes with getting this crown. Yeah, he's going to threaten you. Yes, he's going to try to do bad things to you. For y'all, he might have offered y'all payment, fame, whatever the hell he offered you. Is that really worth it? Is it really worth it? This is Jeremiah 51 and 20. And it reads, Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war, for with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms. That's part of that reward. So when we go through all of the threats and all of the things that he wants to do to us, take away all our goods, all those things, guess what? At the end of the day, our reward is going to be rulership. We're going to rule over him. We're going to rule over these nations. That's what we desire. You're not going to handle or be, someone that's going to try to petition for Esau to get into the kingdom as a co-partner in our rulership. Are you nuts? Come on. Isaiah 14 and 16. It reads, They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee, and shall consider thee, saying, Is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? Because this is the state that Esau is going to be in after Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai sent his only begotten son to crush him. And then the Mashiach set us to be his battle axe to do what? Crush these nations, including these Edomites, put them in chains and slavery. He's going to be in such a pitiful state. The other tribes are going to look and go, damn, is this that doggone man that was ruling the world? They can't believe the state that he's going to be in. Let's close over Revelation 22, start verse 10. And it reads, And he said unto me, Seal not the sayings of the prophecy of this book. Okay, this is the angels speaking to John. For the time is at hand. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work should be. So what has Esau's work been? Nothing but wickedness. So what do you think his reward is going to be? Destruction. Okay? So you Jakes, understand this. Don't decide to share your reward with your enemies. Lord willing, the Leko said, Father, to close out by giving all glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakakadash. Shalom.